Sun's starting to set now over Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Chicago Cubs and the Cincinnati Reds. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. John Moscott will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he continues to improve, he's going to be around this league for a very long time. I can't wait to watch him in this one.
Dexter Fowler heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. Underway in the second of 4 here this weekend as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. And Eric, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come into this one fresh off a victory last time out that ended a 6-game losing streak.
And it's been a little bit of a rocky start to the homestand. Just one win to show for their first 4 games. I think it starts with the pitching. They've got to get a good performance out of this starter if they want to turn around their fortunes.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
Oh, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch there. That thing tried to come back, but didn't quite get there.
And prior to the 2-2, he'll step out of the box and ask for time. Full count now, 3-2.
You don't want to lose the leadoff hitter here. Not when you got this guy on deck.
Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Yeah, you know, I'm hoping to see Jason Hayward turn it around. Coming off a terrible month at the plate in which he hit less than 200. Hopefully turning the page on the calendar will help snap him out of this slump.
Jason Hayward will stand in now following that 7-pitch at-bat to begin the ballgame.
If he was smart, he would have gotten a pretty good look at all 7 of those pitches from that on-deck circle.
Into the windup and the pitch. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. On to second goes Hayward. And he is in there safely with their first hit so far, a 1-out double.
Batting third, second baseman,
Ben Zobrist will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game.
Well, he's been scuffling through this year, but over the last 10 games he's been good, hitting over 350.
Into the seats, 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. 0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
1 out and a runner on second base. Oh, and he's going to get rung up on a curveball, and that looked like a questionable strike at best, 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, Joey Votto is recognized as a great, actually an elite offensive player, but he's one of the better defensive first basemen as well. He's won a Gold Glove. He's got quick reflexes, soft hands, and most important, he does not make mental mistakes out in the field.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Back goes Bruce. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So they get a man to second here in the top half, but he's stranded there. It's the Cubs 0 with the Reds coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. John Lester is on the mound for the Cubs in this one. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, take a look at that whip. Around 1-3, which is pretty much league average. So he's been very serviceable all year long.
Zach Cozart will take his first swings here. And as you can see, not a lot going right for him offensively here in this first month of the year. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Schwarber is there to make the catch, and it's a one-pitch out to start the home first. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, I think this team has to be hoping that Brandon Phillips can get it going. He hasn't exactly been thriving at home, hitting under 250 in this ballpark. He needs to find a little more consistency so he can start making these home fans proud.
Eugenio Suarez comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. EK, as we look at the Cubs entering play here tonight, they've been in a serious tailspin of late, winning just once in their previous 10 games.
And it's been a less than amazing start to the road trip, too. They've won just one of their first 4 games, so they'll be looking to turn that around here.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Well, Kingsley's a pretty fair umpire. Sometimes a pitcher will get a call in the corners, but he rarely has people barking at him about a strike zone.
Fastball, close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Lester's ready. He'll try to put him away here on 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. There's Joey Votto as he gets ready in the on-deck circle. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. With a moment now, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, Anthony Rizzo is really the centerpiece for this Cubs ball club. Offensively, we know what he does. But defensively, he really holds this infield together. Very fluid over at first base, good soft hands, and has a good throwing arm as well.
Joey Votto gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Up top, it's 2-0. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
Here it comes, 2-0. Hit to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Reds are down in order after 1, no score. Kyle Schwarber, and he is off to a dreadful start at the plate as he has not hit the ball well in April. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
And he gripped that one a bit too tightly as it broke down and just about got him.
And we'll see him work both sides of the plate with the curveball going forward. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around.
Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And good take that time on a low breaking ball. 2-2 now.
Well, I'd be surprised if they go back to the curve again on 2-2. He's had a couple of pretty good looks at it at the plate.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Right over the top here with the 4-seam fastball. Good drive through the release. Just threw it right by him at the letters.
Here's Javier Baez. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Hit hard to short. Cozart has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting 7, shortstop, Addison Russell.
Addison Russell will dig in now, and he's got to be wondering when his bat's going to make the trip north from spring training, as he has really struggled in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. Behind on that one, now behind in the count. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Brandon Phillips will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April. Lester into his motion. First pitch on the way. Fly ball out toward left center field. Schwarber arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
Catcher, Devin Mesoraco.
Devin Mesoraco stands in for the first time now, looking to stay hot. He's been a real force at the plate over the last week or so. Sinker to open the AB, in there for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he falls behind. 0-2. windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, one thing you can always say when you're facing a guy like this is that he's going to strike hitters out. The question is, are you going to make him work for those strikeouts? And if those 3 pitches are any indication at all, these guys could be in for a long night.
Here's Jay Bruce now. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. 1 home run and 3 driven in. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Fowler moves over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More in a moment on the show, the Friday Night Showcase. David Ross is into the box as we are all set to begin the 3rd.
Catcher, David Ross.
Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch finds the zone. No balls and a strike to the now 39-year-old veteran. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
And here you go, one more time. You keep making quality pitches, you keep getting quality outs. I mean, that pitch right there on the outside corner, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that pitch.
Stepping in now, John Lester. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Wow, no chance of getting on top of that fastball. I mean, that's helmet level right there.
3rd inning, no score to this point. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1.
This guy is almost no threat up at the plate. I mean, you could get away with fastballs right down the middle if you wanted to.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Boy, you have got to make this guy swing the bat here on this next pitch. This is not the guy you want to lose.
And a swing and a miss, and another punch out here. 6 already, and that's out number 2.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. Whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Dexter Fowler will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Here comes the first pitch. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1.
And that's where, if I'm pitching, I just pour a fastball in there. You got to figure he'd be taking to give his pitcher a second or two to get himself together over in the dugout.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
2 out, nobody on. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? Off-balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
And here's a situation where, heck, just make contact. Put the ball in play. You never know. Winds up beating this ball out.
Into the box now, Jason Hayward. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And remember, he jumped all over that first pitch, so don't be surprised if he does it here again.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. A runner on first with 2 away. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now a throw over to first. Throw is up the line as it gets away. One and one, here it is. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And they won't get Fowler as he takes second with ease.
Well, when you're struggling as a ball club, this is when you got to force the issue a little bit. And that can mean being aggressive on the bases. And now he's into second here on the stolen base.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Ben Zobrist would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Just hung in there on that one. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. And that's lifted the other way out to left. Duvall shading to his right. And that's the 3rd out. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. We've played 2.5. No score on the show. Adam Duvall will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
And they're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Lester has his target. Here he comes on 2-0. Now a cut fastball finds the target. 2-1. Over at the knees, and that's the 2nd strike. Here's the pitch on 2-2. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Back goes Fowler at the track. A leap, and he's got it. Impressive play for the first down.
Oh, and this is just highway robbery out there in center field. He's got a long way to go just to get to this thing. But look at the concentration as he goes up and over the wall to take away what would have been a home run.
Into the box now, Tyler Holt. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Liner towards second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, both these two starters are matching each other in the early innings, strike for strike. He's an out away now from a 1-2-3 bottom of the third.
John Muscat digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
And he lays off there 1-0. And a breaking ball falls in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Boy, that's pretty good patience out there out of a pitcher who's acting like a hitter, especially with 2 outs.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Reds. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Ben Zobrist as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
First pitch on its way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. High and deep to straightaway right. Bruce ranging back, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Well, we're still looking for that first run of the ball game. Thought for a second this might be it, but it just didn't have enough steam behind it.
Stepping in, Anthony Rizzo. He flew out in his last at-bat. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. Duvall sprinting after it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Up next for the Cubs, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Well, he's down 0-2 now, and he hasn't even seen the changeup yet. That could be the strikeout pitch of choice right here.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs are down in order. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Zach Cozart will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ball game.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Smoked on the ground left side, and just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
Settling in now, Eugenio Suarez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
On the ground to third. Zobrist on to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the one out.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
So a runner at first with one man gone, and standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. Lester sets. Here's the first pitch. There he goes. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Ripped on the ground to first. One there. The relay on to first. The double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. One hit's all they get. We played 4 full, and we are tied 0-0. Javier Baez heads for the box to start off the fifth in this one.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone, then maybe your offense can go from there.
1-0. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
Popped high in the air. Mesoraco has a play. He's got it 1 away.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Into the box, Addison Russell. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Oh, straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now. It seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either, but when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And the fastball misses high and away there. It's full, 3-2.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7, 8 pitches against a guy that's running short on gas, that can be huge.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Fielded by Kozar. On to first, and there are 2 down. And so after getting the ground ball with the fastball on that last pitch, that'll segue perfectly to our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And you can see that both guys are well into the 90s, 95 on one hand and just 2 miles an hour slower on the other. David Ross in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. It wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Halfway home, still no score. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian as internet sensation Dat Dude Brandon Phillips gets set to lead off the Cincinnati half of the inning. And a nice changeup that time from Lester to start things out. It's 0-1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Squared that one up just a little late. Lester gets the sign. Here it is on 0-2. Too low with a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to let it when it's a straight fastball.
Hit hard back up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Devin Mesoraco comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yeah, and he went down in flames, too. Got him in just 3 pitches.
And a bluff move here to first, but it won't draw a throw. He's set. Here it comes. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Schwarber is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Here's Jay Bruce now as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. On the move is Phillips. Hit swung on and missed the throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
Definitely a hit and run right there, and he's hoping to find the hole that's vacated by the shortstop covering the base. But once he fails to make contact, it's an easy out down there at second.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. None left for Cincinnati. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. John Lester makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. Now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a high pop-up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Yeah, doesn't look like much has changed here to start this inning either. That's 8 in a row now he's set down.
Dexter Fowler steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Not close. It's 2-0.
Well, I'm no pitching coach, but I can see that shoulder starting to fly open a little. That ball's really taken off on him.
2-1 after the foul ball there. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first.
And you know, that's what they needed. It's just a 1-out single, nothing too amazing. But now at least you get that guy into the stretch and maybe give your guys a little hope up there.
Here comes Brian Price now out of the Reds dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first. And the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Tony Cingrani will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already 1 out in the inning.
Tony Cingrani.
Jason Hayward will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And he just manages to get his hand in.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Cingrani pauses, and the pitch. And this is lined right back up the middle. On to first, and they get the double play. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the home half, and we still have no score. Will stride in as he'll lead things off here in the Cincinnati 6th.
Left fielder, Adam Duvall.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And a throw on by Zobrist gets him at first for out number 1.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits, both of them are singles. He's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Tyler Holt stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while. And when he does, you can forget it.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
And I'll tell you what, he's throwing with a lot of confidence right now. And he's also taking some chances with location. But he's thinking he's bulletproof out there, and so far he has been.
Jordan Pacheco will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Jordan Pacheco.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
You know, maybe the most impressive thing about his performance so far, he's doing it all in a hitter's ballpark. But it's hard to come in here and pitch like this, but he's done a heck of a job.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
On the ground to the left side. There's Baez. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Reds are down in order. We are still scoreless. Back here at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Caleb Cotham is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Caleb Cotham.
Ben Zobrist will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point.
Yeah, good thing we don't get paid by the hour, man. This game has flown by.
In the air to straightaway right. On the move is Bruce. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Well, he's 0 for 3 now in the ball game, and I think I can tell you why. If you're not a power hitter, you need to hit down on the ball. Try and drive things. This guy doesn't have enough muscle to hit home runs consistently, so he's wind up his routine flyouts.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Votto will wait on it, and he's got it for out number 2.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 outs here so far. Offensively, that's not the kind of inning you want in a tie ball game. You need to make him work at least a little bit out there.
Kyle Schwarber stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. Line drive to center field. Holt is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Down go the Cubs on just 4 pitches. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Zach Cozart will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far.
Zach Cozart.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Got him.
One thing we can say about this game, neither team's been afraid to swing the bat. I mean, here we are this late into the ball game, and we still haven't seen our first walk.
Eugenio Suarez stands in. He'll try to improve in this at-bat after grounding into a fielder's choice his last time up. And that's in there for strike one.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey Votto.
Joey Votto will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
First offering on its way. Runners off for second. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. The 0-1 on its way. And Votto's able to lay off that one as the count turns even to 1-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. And a quick step off here, hoping to catch that runner leaning, but he's back easily. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Still 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Ground ball right side. There's one. He's out. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now, and we still have no score. Javier will get his 3rd shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy's really seeing the ball well.
On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. They'll ride the hot hand on the mound as this man will stay out there after the 1-2-3 inning last time around.
And the more important set of numbers is that he got that 1-2-3 against the guys hitting in the middle of the lineup 3, 4, and 5. So now as a reward, he'll get to match up with the bottom portion of the lineup here.
Good sharp slider there, and he couldn't catch up to it. 2-1 now. Here it is. Hit to third. To his left, Suarez. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Our line score there says it all to this point, or if you prefer, it doesn't say anything. Nothing our score as you start to wonder if anyone's going to play to run in this one. Addison Russell will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses inside 1-0. Heading out toward shallow right. Bruce has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning.
The catcher, number 3, David Ross.
David Ross will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Just overmatched him there.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Down and away, ball 1. One and 2 as he chases the slider.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Cubs are down in order. Still no score. Brandon Phillips digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
Still no runs on the board for either team, and it might come down to who can manufacture a run first.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. High fly ball out to deep right field. Back goes Hayward. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Devin Mesoraco will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. To third. Baez fields it cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, it's not like he needed any help. He's pitching well enough as it is, but this is now 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. And he's growing more and more confident with every passing batter.
Jay Bruce will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And the shift will not amount to much here as this is lifted in the air out to right field. Hayward is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. Takes just 4 pitches to set down the Reds. We are still scoreless. Great look there at nighttime in Cincinnati as we head to the 9th inning for this one. Miguel Montero is going to come on and pinch hit here, and this is an important at-bat, leading things off in the 9th in a tie ball game. High in the air out to center field. Holt is under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
The batter,
he's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
Dexter Fowler ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
And this is taken outside for ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. That evens it up, 1-1. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just slicing foul at the very last moment. So close to extra bases. Ready on 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. One out, nobody on. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
Here's Jason Hayward now, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. To short, hit hard. Cozart is there. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Tucker Barnhart is up off the bench to lead it off as the possible winning run here in the bottom of inning number 9. Pedro Strop will come on needing to get 3 outs here to try to send this game to extra innings. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose.
Bottom of the 9th, left fielder.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he'll step off and try again. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Line drive to left. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out.
Now batting.
And if this ball is in the alley just a little bit more, who knows where this thing ends up. Instead, it finds the outfielder's glove, and fortunately for them, that keeps the potential winning run off base.
Into the box, Tyler Holt. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. Russell has it. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
2 quick outs here to start the inning. It's looking more and more likely that we're going to need extra innings here to decide this one.
Scott Schebler will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 43, Scott Schebler.
Now a step off as they try to get on the same page. And that's taken for strike one.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
2 out, nobody on. Now he'll step off. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game and you want to work the count a little, but those were 2 pretty good pitches to have a rip out.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. Still no score. Jumbo Diaz now as he'll take over to start the extra frames.
Jumbo Diaz.
Billy Hamilton is into the ball game now as he'll take over out in left field.
Number 6, Billy Hamilton.
Ben Zobrist will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Now a ball sprayed fouled into the seats near third. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
And that misses 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first is Zobrist heading for second now. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
First baseman number.
Well, that'll put the opposing team in big trouble as he gets the leadoff double. This game's tied. He's the go-ahead run out there, all pumped up about it, trying to get his teammates fired up as well.
Anthony Rizzo will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Here's the first pitch. Trying to lay one down here, but he misses strike one.
And this is a big spot here in this ball game. You've got to be able to move that guy up 90 feet. It's a must in this situation.
Misses the bunt attempt, and we'll see what's up now on 0-2.
Yeah, that's just not really good form right there. He's just kind of jabbing at that thing.
And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
Yeah, and you got to figure if he's going to jump the yard here, it's going to have to be to left field, because I don't think they're going to give him anything inside that he can pull.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
You got the go-ahead run in scoring position in this situation, and you come up with a huge strikeout like that. You're pumping your fist. Your intensity's a little bit higher. This guy is focused in right now and very happy with his results.
Kyle Schwarber will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
And here's ball 4 now on the intentional walk. So that'll set up the double play possibility with 1 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Javier Baez.
Javier Baez will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Here's the first pitch. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Three-run home run down the line in right, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
You know, I got to think he's surprised that he winds up circling the bases on this one. He's definitely late on this pitch, but he's able to actually drive it down the right field line, and somehow it'll not only stay fair, but clank off the foul pole for a home run.
Dan Straley will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far. Addison Russell will stand in now following the home run, and you wonder if that losing streak is about to go by the wayside.
Well, they're not home yet, but certainly this has been a much better performance than we've seen out of them for a while now. So all signs seem to be pointing to a potential victory.
Pitch on the way. Chopped weakly to the left. Suarez is up with it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Well, that's pretty nice. You come into a ball game, you throw one slider, and you get yourself an out. Now, that'll help you settle right into the game.
David Ross stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0.
You've got a guy up there who can't hit a lick. I just don't know why you're not coming right after him with fastballs.
3 runs already home here. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Well, they let him swing away 3-0, but he can't catch up to the slider. 3-1. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Now a slider here, but this will miss off the plate away, and it's ball 4.
That's a good at-bat there. You know, sometimes in extra innings, guys start to chase because they're getting tired and frustrated, and they're looking for one big hit. That's not the case here.
Tommy La Stella will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 2, Tommy La Stella.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
He's set, and the 3-0 offering. Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. And now prior to the 3-1, time asked for and granted by the home plate umpire. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
And even though that runs the count full, you'll at least get the benefit of giving that runner at first a head start here.
2 out with the man at first. Strike 3, and that'll put an end to a big inning. So they get 3 runs on 2 base hits, with one of them being the big home run. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Cubs 3 and the Reds nothing. Hector Rondon will get the call here an inning later than usual, as he'll try to save this one in the 10th.
Hector Rondon.
Leading off the inning, Zach Kozar, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And reined in, one away.
We showed you his numbers a minute ago. It's still early in the season to be worrying too much, but he's definitely off to a slow start. So he's going to need to string together a few good outings to lower that ERA a little bit.
Now in the box, Eugenio Suarez. He singled his last time up. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
And it's quickly 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Not in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball two. One out, nobody on. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Rondon's ready. The 2-2 pitch. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are two gone now.
Yeah, it's starting to look like he's got this one under control. Just one out away now from a big extra inning victory here on the road.
Joey Votto comes forward to bat again. He was the victim of a double play last time around.
Yeah, and it's always kind of tough returning to the dugout after rolling into a double play. So you know he wants to make up for that one right here.
High in the air and deep to left center field. Schwarber ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo home run here off the bat of Joey Votto. Number 197 in his career. And the Reds hit the scoreboard. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first two games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Here's Brandon Phillips.
Baseman number 4, Brandon.
She'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Bases are empty here with two men out. And he'll step off. Chopped foul right at home plate. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first will be in time to get him, and the Cubs will put an end to their three-game skid as this ball game is over.
Well, it took them an extra inning to do it, but they'll certainly take it as they lock up a good road victory here in 10 innings.
Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. Not a lot of offense to go around in this one, but what offense we did see came from this man's bat. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he only had one hit, but he definitely made it count. A big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ballgame.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Cubs win this one 3-1. Good night from Cincinnati.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. For the Reds, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 35 minutes. A reminder that post-game Metro bus service is available to Anderson Township, Cobblewood Plaza, Kenwood, and Western Hills Plaza.